You're listening to 182.3, Care What People Think.
Welcome back to the Care What People Think podcast. I don't know if you can hear me, but we do an unpredictable intros now because today in this economy, you gotta be unpredictable.
Is that a fucking donut blow up thing?
Yeah, because it's summer, so we gotta be outside to go on dates. And we don't start an episode like this. I wanted originally to take my mic, and it probably sounds scuffed if you're on audio. I'm sitting on the ground in a donut with sunglasses on and a Hawaiian shirt on.
Looking like a donut.
Yeah. So, that's what we're talking about today. Ryan, what's the most unpredictable thing you did while dating?
Honestly, good question. Technically, I'm in a fully, good relationship right now, and I would say that was the most fucking unpredictable moment of my life. I don't even know what I was looking at. Just a man with facial hair with sunglasses on and a donut blow up in his fucking living room. So, to answer the question, actually, honestly, damn, I'm just kind of baffled right now.
Shit, I just realized.
Is that a question?
You know, it is a question, but I just realized we got to get into something we're proud of this week, and this week it's my turn. But welcome back to the show if you're listening for the first time. Bro, I wanted to jump into it, and so I asked you, and then I realized, wait, shit, then we'd be too quick into the episode. So I'm starting with that, but this also, I did want to say something I'm proud of this week because Ryan, this is a big deal. This is a big fucking deal. I went to the gym, right? I go to gym now 3 times a week, back on that grind. I had my first runner's high. I ran with no side ache. I ran 6 laps of a track and it just zooming. I ran a 1:30 lap. I've never ran that. I mean, that's a 6-minute mile. I definitely would not be able to do that for 4 laps, but like I hit this point where I was like, I can just keep going and my sides don't hurt and my calves don't hurt. What's going on? Oh my gosh. Craziest feeling.
That is awesome, dude. Wait, is that like the first time back to the gym is when you experienced that? Or is that like after a couple times of, because I feel like I only get that if I'm going to the gym for multiple times a week. I don't know.
No, it was only the second time I did cardio, like more intensely though. Cause I've been to the gym last 3 or 4 weeks and it hit me last week for the first time ever. Crazy. So I had to
congratulations. I think I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy, but I also am confused how your body just like hasn't let you had that feeling yet. Like what the fuck?
Only 24 years.
You played soccer for like over 10 years. How did you not get a runner's eye?
When I tell you, every time we ran for like towards goal with the ball, my side hurt like a side ache. 24/7.
You whole mean time like in your gut where like you're getting a cramp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had that at least every session we had practice or a game. There's never been a game where I just ran the whole time and I wasn't in pain until this past weekend. It was fucking great. And Chris and I ran a mile together and we both didn't get in pain and we both ended like what? We just felt like superheroes. What the hell?
Hell yeah, dude. I feel like you were on fucking steroids or creatine or some shit because goddamn well, that is awesome. I think it also has to do with being older and having energy after work. Dude, when we were kids, we were always doing stuff and we're always tiring ourselves out physically. And nowadays, we're only draining ourselves mentally. And the only way to get physical is go to the gym or go outside. So you're building up more energy that way. Either way, awesome as shit. I'm going to answer your question that you threw at me about 2 minutes ago about the most unexpected thing in my relationship. Is that correct?
I'm not gonna lie, I had it both ways. One is like, what's the most unpredictable? Because again, to stand out, to like catch a partner's attention, I don't know. You have to do unpredictable things, right? So whether opening the door for them or like giving them some shit, I don't know. But like, it's not even unpredictable. That's the minimum. But like, when you were single, what's the most unpredictable? Like, you didn't think you would do this to talk to a girl or get a girl's number or do whatever. That is one. And then the other one is like, I guess, in your relationship. Okay. I kind of have 2 different answers.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go first with like starting before the relationship, just like a normal thing I would do. I'm going to bring it to Grace's, like, this is for Grace for both of these because The first time I ever met Grace, I would have to say, is the crazy, unexpected thing that I did. We met on Hinge, literally FaceTime 3 times before like meeting each other in person. And this girl probably thought I was a serial killer, probably thought I was like, because first off, I moved to a new city like maybe a month or two before that. She knows, like, I don't know anyone here. I'm living by myself. I really don't have much going on. Like, I don't know anything about the area. And I'm like, hey, we should like hang out. And she's probably in her mind, like, you know, being the protective girl she should be, is like, damn, that's weird as fuck. And then on top of it, I was like, hey, we should like meet up in Charlotte, even though you're like an hour and a half away. Like, even whatever it is, we should meet up. And I'm just that type of guy. I'm very like upfront and I like to like have in-person conversation, right? So to her, freaking out, fucking red flags everywhere. Anyway, thank you, alcohol, because one night she was drunk and it was a random Saturday night. And I was texting this girl nonstop off the start, as we still do. But she was like FaceTiming me and was like, wait, you should like, what are you doing tonight? Oh, like, how are you doing? Like, kind of slurring her words. And then she was like, what are the chances you come over? And she just threw it out there. And it was 2 a.m. on a Saturday, and not even like a hookup thing. It wasn't like a like that sort of vibe.
Ryan is a booty call. That's crazy.
I probably was. I probably was. And even though she will deny that, I probably was. I was not in it just to hook up. I thought this girl was fucking amazing from the start. And I moved here to find my wife, right? Either way, went out there, 2-hour fucking drive, get there like 2:33 a.m. And either way, it was a blast. One of the most fucking risky moves ever. I didn't know anything about her. She knew barely anything about me. And and now I've been dating her for over 6 months. Like, fucking crazy. Very unexpected. Part two of the question. In the relationship, I did not think about buying. When was this? Fuck. It was a moment in time when I was supposed to buy flowers, but I did not. I don't know why.
We've been there.
And it wasn't Valentine's Day. Maybe it was like, it was to ask her to be my Valentine. That's what it was. And it wasn't like that. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. But we made this running joke that like, well, maybe I'll have a different Valentine if you don't ask me. Type of vibe. It was a joke, but right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't know. You said, wait, when?
This was like 2 weeks before Valentine's Day.
I thought you guys started dating in February.
We did. No, we were just seeing each other. Like, it wasn't like
like dating, like going on dates and stuff. Okay.
We were definitely exclusive at that point. But what I'm trying to get at is I pulled the most unexpected move. I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do something so fucking random." So I woke up at 1 a.m. while she's over here sleeping. I woke up. I started fucking making a little concoction in the fucking kitchen. Guess what? Got noodles. Got a strawberry. Got little noodles on the outside of the strawberry, called it a stranoodle, dude. To this day, it is a strawberry flower that I gave to her, and I've never seen her fucking laugh harder in my life. It looked like complete dog shit, but I went up to her and I said, do you want to be my Valentine? And it's just like these like limp noodles or like damp noodles hanging with a strawberry attached to the end of it. And I'm like, here's a stranoodle, and I've never seen her laugh harder.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny. I mean, it's like the same thing when Bob and Bob's Burgers is fucking forgetting his anniversary with Linda, and he fucking puts the laundry in the shape of a heart. It's like, bro, put the noodles in a heart. It said, I don't have flowers.
We'll call it a day.
No, that's creative though, and that's like the main thing. I feel like that is important, is being creative, like you said, showing effort. That's definitely wild to drive 2 hours away at that time. Mine was a little. I just had. I don't know what was going on in college. Mine's not even funny. Mine's just most unpredictable things. On a literal level, I think I've told you. I would down my water bottle, so I had an excuse to walk outside my dorm and fill up my water, and I would have a chance of seeing someone in the hallway, and that chance would mean maybe there's even a chance that it's a girl, and then I would be able to talk to them. Credit. I did go to college the year right after like COVID shut everything down. So everyone was like traumatized from like, is it going to happen again? Am I going to like be fucked and not interact with anyone my age? So I would like to say that was a cause of that. Still really kind of sad. Like, bro, you can just go out in the hall and just like walk around. But you know, it's weird. You're what, 20, 19? It's kind of weird. And yeah, the rest of college, I just let women walk on me. So it's not even that's just the truth. But that's a lesson that I needed to learn because damn, that made me a lot more, I guess, assertive. Like which I feel like makes sense when you're in 20s, you just put up with so much bullshit that you get to a point where you're like, fuck this. And you put your foot down. And whether that's with women, whether that's with fucking like, at least from, I don't know, like the high school perspective of like kind of getting like teased or bullied within like sports. Cause I know like that is just a thing. You just have to hit a point where you put your foot down. Kind of like when I was first, I can't remember if I said this, when I was first texting Paris, bro, this is the scale of a conversation. This was my input. This was her input. When we started texting, I asked so many questions, Ryan. I literally asked her what her favorite fucking game was. What type of question is that?
What do you mean game?
I don't know. I didn't even specify.
Oh,
I knew she didn't fucking play video games. I had asked because it is really funny.
So you just wanted conversation. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly. So yeah, so I was just, again, that is also, I guess, advice if you're really wanting to talk to someone, you will think of some creative ass questions. Cause it was like, oh, what's your favorite TV show? She said Community. Not the what about you? Not the oh, I love this. It was so funny when before we started just going on dates, it was very kind of one-sided. And then I put my foot down and I'm like, fuck this. So then I have the screenshot of the Snapchat on my phone to this day. And it's funny because it's like I'm like doing this, like my hand is on my head, and I said, dog, if you don't want to hang out, just let me know, because this is pissing me off by you saying we're gonna make plans to actually not do anything.
I remember you telling me that. Fuck.
Yeah. So I sent that, and that was kind of like me putting my foot down. That's pretty bold. I don't know how likely someone is to do that, but I don't know. You will get creative with questions to make conversation or to show effort, like Brian said, because that's actually really like cute to have a stranoodle. Now you guys have like a little core memory. Boom. That is bonding. Boom. She didn't get her flowers, but there's always next year or girlfriend's day or her birthday or a literal random life hack. Actually, you want to make any girl's day, Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, she just flew out. Whenever you are with Grace, randomly, no special occasion, just buy her flowers. Will be so. Oh, well, okay.
I do that when she's at her university, right? I see her every 2 weeks there, and I just literally buy flowers every single time. So
no. But then you're buying flowers when you see her. I'm saying like when you guys are just like chilling. Say it's like a week where you guys are just hanging out or whatever. Randomly, just buy flowers on a Thursday.
Like just go to a flower store with her.
You could. What I usually do is like if Paris is out and it's a random day, I'll get off work, go to the store, get flowers, and come back and like put it in the vase and do the flower or whatever. So when she comes back, she has flowers. And then she's like, but for why? Boom. Because I thought about you. Boom. That's meaningful. Boom. Life hack to date whoever you want. Buy them flowers. Boom.
Hey, see, my girlfriend is 21 still for the next 2 months. So I might replace flowers with wine, and I think she might like it more, not gonna lie. So, but no, I love
that's when you do both.
Yeah, true. Random Tuesday night, let's get fucked up. Nah, it's true. As long as you're like putting in the effort. I do want to talk about like really the meaning behind this episode topic and where I want to go with this, because it does feel like a job. Are all jobs bad? No. It can also feel like a second shift to your day job. It feels like your work, your health goals, your personal growth is all on the side. And also adding dating just means like it's a schedule that just gets tighter. There's more things to do. It's faster paced. But it's not just like showing up, like Will said. It's planning. It's the energy you put in, and even just showing up consistently and being dependable. And that's something that Grace has showed me. I think even you as a friend, dude, a lot of my friends just have shown me day in, day out that you're going to be there for me on my good and bad days. and vice versa, man. I'll always be there, whether our views are different, whether we're just fucking across the country, whatever it is. It's an investment of time, and it just like you have to find that person, right? It's not like me and Will's relationship overnight just was where it is now. It took 10 years, and
it took
we are
him
still
breaking
growing.
my hand, and now
Exactly.
it's like this.
Exactly. But no, I have a question for you. Seriously though, like, so you're
Yeah.
obviously in a 3-year relationship that is just way
Yeah.
longer than mine. Not all about the length though, you know. But no, when life gets busy though, Will, like you have your work, you have your friends, other commitments, right? What is
Yeah.
something, like one thing, multiple things that you make time for and Paris makes time for to keep your guys' connection strong? Whether that's a fucking date night, whether that's not stepping on each other's toes, whether that's, I don't know.
Okay. Number one is what I think is really important to keep in mind is it is guaranteed most likely to be different for each person. That's something I'm really starting, like I'm really trying to learn is like you and your partner, right? You're together. You do not function the same way. I like, even if you have a lot of similarities, you both don't solve problems the same way. You don't get out of like certain holes the same way that maybe a position got you fucked over in. Like when Paris had a really bad car and we had to get it like figured out, like with a bad alternator, getting that replaced or getting towed because it broke down. Like there was some shit that went on with her car, and I would react differently based on how she reacted. I can only kind of give my input to help of what I would do, but like, something regarding listening is definitely big. So for example, if you notice that Grace, or if you're listening, your partner is like feeling down, flowers are such an easy like go-to to like make them feel better, because if you do it in like privacy where you don't go to the flower store with them, it's like, oh, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's proof, because then it's like you're holding that over them, but it's like it's showing like, hey, I thought about you and think about you a lot while we're not just interacting. So that I'm trying to think within the last
So like
month.
small gestures and gifts, but also like making sure you guys are like understanding that you're a unit together instead of like trying to fight each other, because that's big for me. That's what I've been starting to realize.
Yeah, you said, shit, I totally had an answer. Like you said to not step on each other's toes, or like what was the question?
No, you're good. Like when life gets super, super busy, right? Like what's one thing that centers you in Paris to keep your connection strong?
Great question. Obviously number one for us is like time solely together. So if we both have a really, really rough day, rough week, we will eat dinner, sit down together with no distractions. So no music playing, no YouTube videos playing, just like a one-on-one, and we can talk. Going on walks, that's a big one. We like to kind of walk things out, because if you also, I don't know, say you guys are like disagreeing on something, if you're walking, you're at least like doing something, if that makes sense. Like I just find that if we have a disagreement while we're walking, it's way easier to just like keep walking like where we're going, and then move on to topics. And
well,
like,
it usually diffuses too, because like, yeah, you are walking. So first off, energy is getting released. Second off, you're outside most of the time, sun. Third off, you're just not in a confined space. So yeah, like you said, you can walk blocks, and like, you know, you're getting the energy released, and you're not just focusing on the conversation. You're just also being there in the moment. But yeah, that's a great one, dude. I think also the whole thing without distractions when at dinner time, I'm really trying to incorporate that with Grace and just people that I care about. Like, for example, if you even flew out here, dude, and we went to dinner, I would even like mention that to you, dude. I'd be like, hey, do you want to just throw your phone like off to the side for like 30 minutes? Because that fucking helps so much, man. Those are great answers. Great answers.
So. Yeah, no, you also over time you learn like what things kind of get more to your partner. So like for me, it's cleaning. You believe it? The mirror that was fucking there for 2 months is finally fucking gone. We finally hung it.
I thought you were pointing at the
makes
donut.
Oh, no, ignore the donut.
I was like, we replaced the mirror with the donut.
No, that was like by Paris initiating like, hey, we need to like clean XYZ, that to me means a lot because I know I have a way shorter like patience of like things being messier is what I would label it. I wouldn't even say it's messy. Like I low key have a problem. Like if you if you fucking
Same.
ate cereal and you go and sit on the couch and you ate it and you had your water bottle with you or whatever and you left your water bottle on the couch, you went up to go to the bathroom. My brain's like, why the fuck do you leave his stuff on the couch? And then I would clean it. You just got up. Like I don't know why I do that. So that's something I've learned means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to Paris is if, for example, she has a really bad day, like a comfort food for her, which again, I'm jealous. I wish I had a comfort food as healthy as she does, but it's pho, so it's soup. So she likes soup. I don't like soup. So that's kind of like I don't dislike it, but it doesn't fill me up. So that's also kind of like a trade-off of like if she's having it rough, then we can go kind of get her either a snack or that. Obviously, that costs like money. So something also is she will watch kind of similar to me. She'll turn on a show that she likes. But it's different per person.
No, totally. And I think you said it perfectly. Like to let her do things that she enjoys, let you do things that you enjoy. And then if it overlaps at all and you guys can talk about it and make yourself stronger together, that's awesome. I do want to say like how it's supposed to feel and how it's not supposed to feel. Although I don't have all the answers and I am not, looking down on this world like I have everything. No, I'm just going to give you what I know as a 24-year-old, so how it's supposed to feel in a relationship. It's supposed to feel like you're building something together, even when it takes effort, conflict, whatever it is to get to the final goal. It's not always going to be a smooth path. How it's not supposed to feel, and I felt this last year, not with Grace, not with anything, but in my career, an unpaid internship. That's how it's not supposed to feel. That just rails you in the back because your boy is not getting paid. You're working all the hours. You're taking shit from fucking your boss's boss's boss. And guess what? You're getting the shitty end of the stick. You're not getting any reward for what you're putting in. And, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do your internship. I'm just relating that to a relationship and make sure you're also, getting in what you're putting out. Also, if it constantly like feels exhausting instead of energizing, something is off. So like you said, man, even just like getting outside or like putting your phone away and just limiting distractions and getting to know the other person is huge, man. But yeah, that was my main point. Go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, I'd like to say one short point about that. This may be a hot take. I feel like I read it somewhere as well. But when someone says, oh, the highs are extremely high, but the lows are extremely low, in my opinion, that is not a good sign of a relationship.
Agreed.
Because in my experience, it should be consistently like you're always, like you said, kind of building something together or feeling good. Not to say it's constantly good, because obviously there's going to be conflict and weird things of like Ryan didn't buy flowers. Guarantee it was a weird, awkward phase for a bit because Grace had expectations and Ryan didn't realize how important something was. And now there's like a nonverbal weirdness like that happens a lot, especially within the first 2 years of dating, because you both come from different backgrounds. You don't know, each person has a different relationship with things, money, experiences. So like that is I think it's more consistently like you guys are doing good. So when I hear that, I'm like, I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know. I feel like that's also something said when someone feels like they have to stay in a relationship or they've been gaslit to stay in a relationship.
Agreed. No, I agree.
Like,
I mean, a healthy relationship is boring. It's fucking boring. There's no two ways about it, dude. You literally are happy to be with the other person. And sometimes you don't always have to have a grand fucking gesture to stay with them. It is boring. Straight down to the point. I don't care what you say.
You're talking for like an outside perspective? Like,
I'm saying, like in the relationship, yes, you get fulfilled and it's happiness. But yes, from an outside perspective, fuck this shit. But I'm so fucking bored, but I'm in such a good relationship.
Unpaid intern ass fucking position, dog. Gosh.
I love this. I hate it. I mean, what? Nah, I'm saying from an outside perspective, when you see the highs and the lows in a relationship, you might be like, wow, they're so fun. And like, it's all like, wow, they're just meant to be with each other. But then you also see, people, like you said, you have the really, really bad times, really, really good times. And it's kind of like a drug, dude, where you can never get enough. and it's not actually healthy, and it's kind of forced, like you said. I'm assuming you and Paris have just had times where you're just like content doing nothing, being with each other,
Yeah.
and that's completely
Nah.
normal.
The best, I don't know if, I think you probably have, because Ryan will record the podcast and like Grace will be in the other room or something. Goated peacefulness is when both people, Paris was in, she was either like folding laundry or just doing something in the bedroom and watching YouTube. And I was out here watching One Piece.
There you go.
Both people got to do what they wanted. No one felt like, oh, I'm not getting attention. Both people so kind of wanted to be to themselves, do their own thing. Paris knows I like One Piece. I know that she likes watching YouTube because she'd be wanting to travel. And it was great. And that, I feel like, is something at least I couldn't comprehend going as smoothly before being in a relationship, or like within the first, like I knew from meeting Paris we could do that within the first year, but like having it actually play out is like cool.
Yeah, I mean, you realized you're well, before anything, you realize you're a
Yeah,
fucking, like you are growing up, right? You're just an adult.
Yeah.
You just realize that, and then you realize, holy shit, I'm not gonna have my house back with my parents. I'm not gonna have my alone time unless I make time for it. And I think that's where
Yes.
you're just like, holy shit, dude. I mean, it's completely natural to be in separate rooms, completely natural to go to the grocery store without somebody else. And yeah, that's my only point I had. But make time for that. Make sure you're not fucking smothering the other person. Huge.
Yeah. The last thing I was gonna say is comparison wise to, it feels like a full time job compared to like when grandparents started like dating in like 30s or whatever. They had like 6 options of partners. They went to college and they picked eeny, meeny, miny, mo. They had 1 through 6, and that's not a thing now because you have social media. There's hella competition, so that's just, I feel like, another point to throw in of why it feels more draining. Also, the expectations of experiences is so easy to compare yourself. For example, not to put Grace on the spot, but she could like scroll on Instagram and see like a cute date place or whatever. Now she's like, hey, we should do that. Now it's on you. That is like, that wouldn't have happened without social media. I mean, there's more opportunity to have fun experiences, but now that everything is online, like some people just make the niche for couples content. And it's like, it can be overwhelming where you're like, damn, I can't afford to go to all these nice places, but they do look really nice. And that would be really fun. And, depending
And in my mind, Grace's mind, your mind, whatever, you can be like, holy shit, why am I not like that? Yeah. Why am I not treating my girl to a really nice restaurant?
Yeah.
Why am I, like, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Your mind is just constantly comparing. You're right.
That I just know that that's like a bigger that's different than even 20 years ago.
I agree. And I mean, this is something you have to put into perspective. It's not about the flashiness. It's not about like the grand gestures. Maybe off the start it is to like, whoa the girl or whoa the guy, but it's the right effort that pays off. I've talked about this a little bit, but the mutual effort with love, trust, memories, just personal growth is huge, man. If you guys are working to get in the gym 2-3 times a week and you push each other to do that, that's going to take your relationship to another level. The habits that you build now, like the consistency and like the space, like you said, when you need it, they're going to pay off now and in 10 years in your relationship or even just in your life, right? You're now learning that like how to be in a stable, happy relationship, but also making it a part-time job, a side job without burning yourself out, right? It doesn't have to feel like a burden. It feels like building on a life and building on the second piece of your job and looking forward to something, right? And I mean, my biggest thing was the energy factor. I could tell myself, honestly, right off the first 2 months of like dating her, I felt so drained because I felt like I was putting in 80%, she was putting in 20. And maybe that's normal off the start or whatever, just like guy puts in a lot of effort. But we have really, I don't know if like this is for you either, but like I was so tired. I felt like I was always just like thinking about the next thing to like make her happy.
You mean like when
like date nights, like literally anything.
Okay. I thought you meant like initiating like just, yeah, I think we're
no, not like before
just
the
getting her attention, just being hey, look at me over here. No, okay, you're saying like, okay, yeah.
I'm talking about
No,
like the first part because I felt like I was coming up with so many ideas to make sure she was happy and like make sure that she had like felt the like trust and connectivity of like who I am as a person and really got to like, I don't know, experience things without having to put in too much effort. And I know maybe that's like not a normal thing. That's just kind of the standard I put to myself, but I've backed off a lot and let her take the reins with a lot of things. And I can just tell like she's growing a lot more as a person. We're growing a lot more as a couple. And I can just, it's just awesome. It's fucking awesome. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I got no more points.
Cool, dude. I have one last question before I hit us with the outro.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty banger question. Let's just say tomorrow you had no responsibilities, which low key you don't have many responsibilities. It's a Sunday, right? No work, no errands, no nothing, dude. All you do is wake up, let's just say 10 a.m., nothing.
Yeah.
How would you and your girlfriend spend the day start to finish? And then I have a second part to that.
No. I'm going to give you a will-ass answer. Because you know why?
It depends.
Depends on the day before. It does, though, because, like, say we had a crazy, busy, like today, we had to be in multiple locations for, like, celebrating friends' parties or whatever, which is more frequent than you would think because Paris has way more people
fuck this shit. No, I'm cutting you off, bro. You're at 50% battery when you wake up. You're tired from the night before. You had a social night before. You have nothing to do. You have no groceries. You have, like, no errands, no nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Okay,
no, that doesn't happen.
I know. Like, that's what I'm saying. If it does,
if I wake up and there's nothing, we will sleep in, take our time because we wake up at 6 in the morning to go to the gym during the week. So we'll sleep in maybe till like 11:30. Ironically enough, we'll probably go on a walk. We'll probably go to the gym regardless, because like you said, we're trying to push ourselves to like really do that because we also have we have totally different strengths. I have more of a strength of the consistency of like getting to the gym, and Paris has way more consistency on the actual like lifts because she has more experience lifting because she has worked at a gym before and she likes lifting weights. So like I kind of just I'm kind of just an idiot that shows up like, what do I do? And she's just like,
consistency is key, bro. At least you're showing up. Seriously, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we would just go to the gym and we had no responsibilities. Bro, I hate how fucking we have no responsibilities. And that means financially we're like totally lit. So we would actually just buy dinner and order it and we would watch a movie while we're eating food and we would have gone to the gym and gone on a walk.
So gym, walk, eat dinner, and watch a movie at your place. Correct?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a fire day.
What would you do?
I kind of expected that shit, and I still don't have an answer. Let me come up with something. No, because for me, I think it would have to do with outdoors, and I think Grace really has started to enjoy that because of me. I'm thankful for that. But like a hike for sure, or like jumping in a body of water and going in like at the pool for the day. Or
okay, I could see that.
I mean, we also have like the dog, little Butterscotch, so we could take him to like dog park.
That's true.
But I think the same thing. Like when the sun comes down, I'm probably doing the same thing. I'm probably ordering in dinner and I'm probably watching a movie, and that sounds like a great night.
Man said hike. The Colorado has not left his body.
It will never leave my body.
I will tell you, hikes when you're hiking with your partner, top tier. It's so fun to just walk and experience nature with someone who you love. Because I don't like hikes, and Paris and I went on hikes in December, and we've gone on hikes actually in March too, and it's weird. But the act of going on a hike, the actual act, I'd rather be working. I'd rather call me fucking capitalistic, fucking like degenerate of result of the US, but like I want to be a YouTuber more than walking outside, which sounds fucked, but once I become a YouTuber full time, then I will have even more peace of mind going on a walk. Because when I go on a walk,
you're telling me you'll walk outside for 30 minutes, but you won't drive 15 minutes to go to a hike and then walk?
No, First, hold on. First of all, hikes are not 15 minutes away. Hikes
Oh
are
yeah,
gonna be
you are in LA. That's your
well, I'm more in the center, so like if we're
True.
it would be like a 45-minute drive to an hour to go somewhere where there's like a nice hike, I guess. And then if we were to go, we're gonna go on the hike, right? Every 2 corners you see, zoom in, get my good side. There's so many people taking fucking Instagram pictures that it also doesn't feel like fully like immersed into nature. So I would say that's a difference compared to Colorado, but I don't know. I did too many hikes as a kid.
I love it.
I'll appreciate. How many hikes did you go on as a kid? This is a case study.
So many. What do you mean? Like, what age range?
I went on a hike every single Father's Day and every single like birthday of my dad's from literally age 0 until actually like 17. And so that to me, minimum. The other times we just go on a hike randomly. Grateful for those memories. Oh my God. The act of walking up some fucking rocks. No, not in 24-year-old Will's mind. No, I'm doing that later.
But you don't get the full experience. Like you don't like fishing. You don't like for me, I love hammocking and just being able to like chill. So once I get to the top of a hike, like a mountain or by a lake, I just throw up my fucking hammock and I chill for an hour. It's awesome. Low key, bring a beer. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't chill. Yeah, I can't chill.
Either way, no, it's cool. I get it. It's each their own. At the end of the day, I want to just fucking sum it up here. But dating can feel like a full-time job. Don't you agree with that, Will?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. But with the right person, it's the kind of job that you want to keep showing up for. It's not the shitty unpaid internship that like we've both had, everyone out there kind of experiences once. It's about learning when to push each other and when to give each other space. And it's also about making sure everyone grows in the process, whether it's good or bad, but making sure you are talking to the other person and showing up, right? It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Care What People Think podcast. Make sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts, TikTok, Instagram. We have been posting clips so much, and make sure you don't miss that. And last thing, review, rating always helps. So throw that in there too. But thank you for listening, guys. And remember, care what people think. We'll see you next week.
See you next week on 182.3.